Hi, I'm Phoenix Rayne. I am a quantum touch practitioner, and I am sharing about my story, how quantum touch came into my life and the journey that it's taken me on. I'd like to begin with where I was before, a little bit before I found out about quantum touch. I was really deep in addiction. I was homeless. I was a runner. I always ran for myself. And I always struggled with feeling good enough. I always went through pains of not feeling good enough, not worthy enough, and it led me into my addiction along with other things and trauma that I've gone through in my life. Christmas 2020, I received a call from my sister who said she wanted to come see me, and she had happened to be in Colorado at the time. I felt it was kind of weird that she would want to see me knowing that she had a family and that it was Christmas time, and I was I was a homeless junkie at the time. So I didn't, but I just felt grateful that she wanted to see me. So I didn't have any kind of clue what was going on. Later that evening, my sister picked me up. I could feel some heaviness around her. And then as we got to the hotel, and we got closer and we got into the room, the look on my sister's face when she looked at me was, it was shattering. Something hit me even before she said the words, because when I saw the look on her face, I just knew something wasn't okay. And then when she had told me my son's body had been found shot and killed, and I completely crumbled to the floor. I was shattered, and I feel like I just lost it in that moment. But also in that moment, I felt like when I was given the opportunity to say, hey, do you want to stay here in Colorado, or do you want to go to Florida with your other two children and their father, my ex-husband? And I made the choice that I wanted to move to be with my kids. So I got on a plane the next day, terrified. I haven't seen my ex-husband in 9 years, my kids, everything that was going on, and then just the earth-shattering pain and grief of the news I had just found out, on top of knowing that I was about to be going into withdrawals as well. So a lot of stuff. And I went there, and I went through the withdrawal, I went through the shock, and then we went and had a celebration of life for my son in Texas. That's where we're from originally. And during the celebration of life, it was really beautiful. And my aunt, who was also a quantum touch practitioner, she told me about Carol Lee. She said, I think you need to get in touch with Carol Lee and do the Gathering of Angels class. So, and during that time, I wasn't all there from all the things that were going on, but something in me stuck with like, oh, I need to do that. Usually in the past people would say you should do something, and then it would just leave, but there was something, and it was like a seed had been planted for me. And so as soon as I got back to Florida, I asked for Carol's contact, and I contacted her, and then she explained to me about the quantum touch and how I needed to take those were prerequisites and that I could take those first, and then we could talk more about the Gathering of Angels. Carol Lee was like a lifeline for me, and quantum touch was exactly what I needed in that moment. I was immersed in the beauty and the sacred space that she held for us, and also that I had done all of the classes that I did end up taking were all on Zoom. I never did any in person because it was right after the pandemic, or during the pandemic. It was in like 2021. And on Zoom, even doing the energy work through there was so powerful. And I felt like it was really helping me to start I think one of the first classes we did when we were working on each other and they did work on me, and I literally I like shook for like an hour. And it really did feel like, because I've had surgery before where you come out, I always shake after the anesthesia or is coming. That's how I felt. And Carol, I told her, and she was like, it's energetic surgery, spiritual surgery. It was deep. And I felt like that was really a clearing and an opening for me to start being able to feel a little bit better and start getting a little bit more ingrained in this energy and love for myself, because that's one thing I struggled with most of my life, was loving myself. And so being in these classes with all these amazing people that I got to meet along the way was truly beautiful. And the energy work was it was amazing. I've always felt a calling. I always knew there was some kind of energy, but even before I started learning the energy work. And so when it was home for me to be able to get into this work. And so I wanted to take every class. And as I, took the classes and I started working again as a massage therapist after I got my license transferred, and I was using the quantum touch in the massages, and I was working. I mean, one of the really cool things in the beginning that I loved was that my daughter would have a really bad menstrual cycle. And so when she would get in her, when she'd start having her cycle, she would be in so much pain. So I would go and just do the quantum touch energy healing on her. And it was so beautiful because she was older, right? So I got to hold her and just give her that love and that energy. And I was so grateful to be able to be there for her and help her with that. And to see how she would go from being in extreme pain to just being like, and being able to just relax. And it was so cool because in the beginning, that's, I'd say, come here, but whenever it started happening after that, she would just come to me and she would just lay her head in my lap and just be like, Mom, I need your energy. So that was beautiful to see and be able to help give her that comfort and see how powerful the energy work is. And so after I started working a little bit and doing all those things, I was still on my journey of sobriety. I was taking medication that the doctor prescribed to help me that can help people get off the certain substance that they're using, but it's also still something that you don't want to be on forever. And I decided it would be a good idea to go to rehab just to get off that medication, also give myself a chance to be in rehab just to kind of feel, get some more healing and education around how to really stay in sobriety. And so I did that. I got off the medication. And when I got out of rehab, I realized that I wasn't doing the quantum touch as much as I wanted to anymore. After I'd taken all those classes and I worked, and I went into a dark night of the soul. And I relapsed a few times. And I want to mention that because I want to show how powerful quantum touch is, because when I was in it, everything was amazing and the energy was so great. And then when I kind of stepped away from it and I went into that dark night of the soul and I got into that confusion and a lot of things were just unraveling for me, I could tell the difference. And so when I started coming out of that dark night, I had a class came up for breath work, emotional energy release breath work. And I felt guided to take that class. And when I got into that class, I was doing the quantum touch energy through, I was practicing it on myself as I was doing my breathing, because we would practice on each other. And doing the quantum touch along with that breath work for me was just amazing, because with the breath work, there was still some stored stuff inside of my body that needed to be released. And the cool thing about it is we didn't have to talk about it or bring it up. Your body just knows. It holds on and it knows when it's ready to release. And one of the beautiful visions that I had one of the times that I did the breath work and I was doing the quantum touch and I was doing my chakras, I was standing up breathing and like screaming, and then but also like sending the energy to my chakras and moving up. And so when we laid down to integrate, I had the most beautiful vision. And I had a vision of, I saw myself handing a scroll to, I think it's Mary Magdalene. She's part of my team. And she had this like beautiful maroon kind of jacket thing on. I can't think of the name of it, but she had this beautiful, and I handed her a scroll, and then she opened the scroll and it turned into this book. And I couldn't see. I was like, what is this book? Like, what is that? And the funny but beautiful part about that is when I've gone into meditations and visions before, as soon as my mind gets into it, it disappears. But this time I was literally speaking and it wasn't disappearing. They were there with me. And I was able to be like, and she was like, you'll know in time. Like, they wouldn't tell me what the name of the book was, but it was like, you'll know. And it was a beautiful vision because it turned into this book, and then it turned into them clearing something off the back of my skull and my spine that needed to be released. And I saw all of my guides, and it was like this download, and this beautiful feeling of just peace came over me. And that was, that breath work along with the quantum touch, it was amazing for me. And that's when I started realizing, like, okay, like, it's time for me to start standing up for myself. It's time for me to really start loving myself and choosing me and what I need to do for my life to be the best me I can be so that I can help others. Because that's where I feel like my journey, everything that I've gone through has been a journey of being able to go through this, walk through it, come through it, and come out of it so that I can reach back and help others. That's where my heart is. That's what I just want everybody to be okay. So, and coming from a little girl that didn't feel very loved, didn't feel good enough, always being a people pleaser and trying to make sure everybody else is okay while I was falling apart inside, quantum touch and the breath work and the journey that I've been on has given me the opportunity and the chance to truly do the inner work on myself and go through my darkness and be okay to look at it, to see it and shine light on it and love myself regardless. Because I feel like we all have the shadow side, and some of us are afraid to look at it. We want to push it down and pretend like it's not there. And I feel like that keeps us from fully loving ourselves. So for me, doing my own shadow work, my own dark night of the soul, and coming through all of that and then coming and rising out of it is why I've named myself Phoenix Rayne, because I felt the transformation of that journey so that I can help others look at their shadow sides, use the quantum touch to help clear all that yuck that we don't want to look at, and to give that beautiful sacred space of loving and being able to feel and truly trust and see the beautiful soul that they truly are. And I really, really am so grateful for quantum touch for helping me to get there, because I know that even when I went on the little bit of pause from doing it, all the stuff that I did do, all the classes, that was still with me. All that energy work was helping me along the way. Even though I wasn't practicing it as much, I know that it was with me, and all of that was happening so that I could go through all that, and it was putting me in this beautiful sacred container of healing so that I can reach out and be able to heal and help others, heal themselves. So I'm just super, super grateful to be able to do that and to give back and help other people on the journey that maybe didn't feel good enough and don't feel good enough or don't want to look at the shadow side, and to realize, like, when we can look at our shadow side, we can find the purpose in our pain. And I feel like that's what I've done, is I've taken the pain that I've gone through and I've found the purpose through it so that I can be the guide to help others find the same in them.